Good evening, rockers. Welcome to another amazing edition of On the Rocks. Tonight, we're actually going over the border to Canada, Toronto, that is. So let's let the Lemon Pistols in. Are you there, Nick?
Figure this out. We got it.
Yeah. Hi, it's a cool backdrop you got there. What is that?
Oh, thank you. It's Skull.
Oh, it's a skull. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Badass.
This one.
Let me get my.
Cool.
Well, hey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
This
It's
is
good to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Appreciate you. This is a
you.
long time coming. I know we've been talking about this a few months back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it caught us by surprise. I completely forgot about it. Then you
Yeah.
messaged.
Yeah. We do,
But
but we do that with a lot of things.
That's okay. You're not alone. But anyway, your band is killing it out there.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we're trying to kill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing you all over the socials.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
And
Finally, someone noticed it.
Yeah. I think somebody's seeing it.
oh, okay, well that's good. But no, you got that new single out, Let's Make Love. We got to talk about this.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
What do you want to know?
What do you think?
Well, hey, you guys have a lot of songs, but this one in particular I thought very interesting.
Okay, really?
Why is that?
It's pretty to the point if you
Yeah.
think about it.
Right, I'm just saying, I mean, it's just one of those songs you can't get out of your head.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad.
Well, we're trying to get it out of ours. So.
Oh, okay. That's why you're
No,
singing
not
it every
actually.
night, right? You're on
Yeah,
stage.
exactly.
But hey, for the viewers that don't really know a lot about the Lemon Pistols, why don't you kind of give us a synopsis on when you guys started this band and who's all in your band?
Okay, so I think we started it in around 2022, if I'm not mistaken. Summer of 2022. Nick and I were in a band together called North Brain. We played with for actually
A long time.
quite a long time, yeah. And we had our last gig was during COVID, and we needed a band to play with, so we reached out to a friend of ours, Stefano, who's in another band, and it ended up being their band's last gig that night too by chance. So at the end of the not at the end of the night, but like
Soon after.
soon after, we kind of just got Nick and I from our band after our band ended, and then we got Rob, his drum, Stefano, his bass from their band that ended, and we kind of just merged the two bands and like combined alliances, and that's kind of how it became the Lemon Pistols. So it was basically the death of two bands that reincarnated a new band.
Yeah.
So it was cool how it worked out, actually.
Yeah, and you know what? That's not, uncommon now because, I mean, you guys were kind of like right when COVID was going on.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was right. Well, our first show we did at the Lemon Pistols was a show that got canceled twice because of COVID. That our whole band was scheduled to play. Then it got canceled. It got rescheduled and canceled. And it got rescheduled for a third time. We were able to do it at the Lemon Pistols. So it was right. It was the first thing back from COVID. When they finally had shows and bars were open, that's when
Yeah, because you guys are in Toronto, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, why don't you tell the viewers right now, how's the music scene there? Because you guys are playing a lot in Toronto too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was just kind of thinking about it. Like, I was thinking about it just randomly today, and I was thinking about I was listening to the radio at work, and I was just thinking about like new bands up on the radio, and and I honestly thought about it. I think genuinely, I don't know if it's because I'm friends with them and I'm being biased, but I think my favorite new bands really are the bands that we play with that are friends of ours. I was thinking about that today. There's a band called Yellow Magnolia that I prefer over any band that I have on the radio now, any new band, to be completely honest with you. And there's a handful. I mean, I think it's great.
All right. So yeah, I mean that sounds good. I mean, how is the scene right now in Toronto?
It's great. Every time we have a gig, I mean, we how far back do I have to go? Because I forget where I was.
Well, I'm just saying, like right now in the scene in
I
2026,
think it's
what's
good,
going
man.
on?
I think it's not even just in Toronto. I mean, surrounding areas like Hamilton, Oshawa, all around GTA and just a little bit outside. There's a lot of good bands. Like we just played Rock Search. We just did the Rock Search, the competition, which is based out of St. Catharines, and we played the top six, and pretty much every band. It was a great band from all around, not just from Toronto. So I mean, but specifically Toronto, I think there's a lot of good bands. We play with a lot of them, and they're unfortunate enough to have to play with us. So
Yeah, and I mean, there are a lot of great Canadian rock bands. I mean,
yeah,
that have played over.
For sure.
April Wine comes to my
yeah. They're
mind. You
fuck the
know,
heck yeah. Can we swear? Can we swear?
yeah, you can.
Okay, so fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, man.
I just
'Cause-
saw. I just went to go see April Wine and Triumph.
okay,
Two national treasures. It was
yeah,
great, man.
and they're
I think April.
still going. You know,
Yeah, which is cool. It's funny actually you said that because I was watching. I was just like doom scrolling and I saw. I don't know if it was. It might have been from like Juno or some sort of Canadian award, and they're asking artists down like the runway, like, what's your favorite Canadian album of all time? And I honestly couldn't think of anything. I really couldn't because there's there's a lot of options. B, you know, it's just
well,
tough to pick. But yeah, there's a lot of great Canadian bands.
yeah. I mean,
Even now.
right. I mean, you've got Honeymoon Suite. You've got
Yeah.
White
Oh yeah.
Lion.
No way. I didn't know they were Canadian. I didn't know White Lion was Canadian.
Well, yeah. I mean, Mike Tramp goes everywhere though.
Right. He's one of those spreads. Is it, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's everywhere. He spent some time in Toronto area, but he's
Yeah.
coming back. I
Isn't
mean,
he?
Loverboy is still out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
grinding.
Yeah, they're still playing.
And
Yeah,
now we
yeah.
got the Lemon Pistols.
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, like,
Carrying
hey,
the torch.
they. What's that term? They walked so we could run.
Exactly.
Type thing.
Exactly.
But yeah,
So-
no, I think there's a lot of great Canadian bands, and I mean the list goes on and on. Rush,
Yes.
the Guess Who, the Guess
Right?
Who's right up there. Nickelback, we can't forget
Yes.
about Nickelback.
Oh God, we
And
can't forget Nickelback.
There's so many where that you're so used to hearing them, and like something about being a Canadian band, you forget that a band's Canadian. You go, yeah, these guys are from Canada. I forgot about that. We're just so
Yeah.
used to hearing them all the time
Yeah.
that we just
Yeah,
forget where they're
but
from.
see, it's funny because like if the band is Canadian, they don't necessarily sound Canadian.
No, I don't. I heard somebody say once, like Canadian bands, there's like a Canadian sound, like a distinct sound that Canadian bands have, and I don't know what that means. I don't think that exists.
Yeah, I've heard that kind of rumor. Like you
Yeah,
have a
I
certain,
don't understand.
but your band doesn't sound Canadian though.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean,
I'll take that as a compliment.
I don't know.
sure.
I don't know. I don't know how to perceive that. Like, I mean, I guess we're just fundamentally we would be like a culmination of like all the stuff we listen to and like all of our favorite bands. Like although we are big fans of Canadian bands, I don't think anybody's favorite, well, except for our bass player loves Rush, but I mean all of our favorite bands are pretty much British or American rock bands, and I think maybe that would maybe be why we don't have a Canadian influence so much, but I'm sure we do. We definitely do. But
you definitely
it just comes out that way.
Yeah, and you definitely have the rock and roll sound.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah.
In your music. So, I mean,
Right.
what is the actual concept for your band? Like, do you want to be categorized as rock and roll?
I don't think it's a want to be categorized. I think, I can't speak on behalf of everybody else in the band. I think we just bring to the table what it is that we do. And I guess collectively it's like, okay, this is now rock and roll, right? Like, I mean, earlier today I was playing my guitar and I was trying to play certain things and everything just ends up with me just playing like an AC/DC riff or a rock and roll riff. So that's just part of my nature. So what I bring to the band, I think all I can do really honestly is play rock and roll. And I'm probably the least versed of everybody in the band. They can do a lot more than I can, I think. But I think at the end of the day, it's just collectively it sounds like rock and roll.
Yeah,
but there's
of
all kinds of
course.
influences in there. You know, there's all kinds of
Yeah.
influences in there.
Yeah,
We listen to
because
all kinds of music.
right, because I noticed like in the Hound, that's a
Mhm.
really great sounding song.
Thank you.
It's real, strong.
Yeah. You want to
And
hear a story behind that song?
yes, yes,
So we don't refer to it as the Hound. The Hound, we had to come up. So in where so okay, let's back a little bit. Everybody in the band, our backgrounds, we're all Italian. Our backgrounds. I'm half Croatian, but the rest of us we're all Italian. And I think what happened was we made that song on Saint Joseph's Day, like the saint day, which is San Giuseppe in Italian, which means which is the tradition is you have these little pastries called zeppole. So because we wrote it on that day, I think we were having zeppole, and we called the song zeppole. I'm pretty sure,
Yeah,
right? Is that not what happened?
Exactly what happened.
So when we were uploading the files to release the songs, it's like we can't call it that. It needs a name. So we went through the lyrics and we're like, what can sound cool as a song name? So The Hound, there's a line there. I guess there's a line about a hound
yeah.
somewhere in the song. So that's how we've had to pick that song name.
But still to this day, like on our set list,
We
it
wrote
won't be
Zeppelin.
called the Hound. It'll be called Zeppelin.
If I said to Nick, let's do The Hound, I'm sure he'll know what I'm talking about. I mean, now at this point.
Yeah.
But I mean, when we first called it The Hound and had to upload it as The Hound, if I said, let's play The Hound, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean Zeppelin.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, that happens with a lot of our songs, really. Like working titles, usually,
Yeah, they kind of stick with us, but
yeah,
then we change them
we change them because
for the record.
for social
yeah,
media
of
purposes,
course.
and for not having a song named after a cream-filled
Yeah,
pastry.
a pastry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right? But
Yeah.
you know what though? You guys are busy. You're out there. What's
Yeah.
going on here for the rest of 26? Because we're right in the middle now. Are you guys
Yeah.
going to stay on the road? Are you going back in the studio? What's up?
Okay. Well, we put out a single about a month and a half ago called "Love Machine." A week ago, right? Last week
ago.
we put out "Let's Make Love," our next single. We got another single coming out, I think, in about another month and a half. And right now, as we have a few shows lined up, but I think the main focus now is to write some new tunes. So that way, when these 3 songs are out, we'll have some new tunes cooking, at least written, if not starting to be recorded. We're actually, we're looking into some stuff now, but we got to we're just going to write it and hopefully record some new stuff so that when these 3 singles are out and doing their thing in the world and cooking out there, we're ready to record some new stuff, just to always consistently keep the ball rolling, all the while playing shows whenever, wherever. And I think that's most important, is that you're always kind of playing, because I know bands take time off to write, and maybe that's a good thing. I don't know, but for us, it's like if anything, we take time off from writing to play. I feel like that's more important to us. But whenever we have a bit of time, we always try to write something.
Yeah, and when we're on the road, it's not like we're on the road right now. Like, we don't go very far. We stick to like Ontario, like Canada, Ontario,
Yeah.
a little bit of Quebec we're doing. So it's not like we're on these long stretches of just playing.
Yeah.
Like, we're always home between. So we're trying to keep busy all the time,
Right.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds that way. I mean, are you guys like, the goal, is it to play the US?
Oh, yeah. We'd love to.
Yeah. It'd be nice.
Definitely.
It'd be nice. Yeah, there's definitely some cool places in the States I've never been that I would love to go, let alone play. So that would be cool.
We're trying to get out to Nashville. That's like a
Yes.
goal soon.
Yeah. And I
Oh
think,
my gosh.
yeah, Nashville would be great. That would be like really cool.
I've got,
the wind.
I know some really great bands in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
There's some
They're all
great,
over there.
There's some great venues there that you
Oh, for
guys
sure.
would be great in. The Basement East.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Never
East
heard of
Side
it.
Bowl are 2
Oh, yeah.
great venues there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to try and set something up for
We're
sure.
looking. We're sort of looking into that. We may or may not have sort of a connection there that we'll see what happens. But that's kind of the plan, to get to Nashville and see if they like us in Nashville. But I mean, Nashville and beyond. Hopefully,
for sure.
that's the goal. But Nashville, for any musician, I think is a hot spot for sure. I mean,
Oh yeah, a rock influencer. I've spent the past 2 years in Nashville. I usually go there every year.
like living there.
Well, no, not to live there, but to work.
Oh.
There's actually a podcast convention that
Oh, wow.
happens, Rock and Pod, out in Nashville,
Oh, cool.
and that's how I know a lot of artists.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's crazy, but let me tell you something. That city is the hottest city right now for rock bands.
Yeah,
For sure.
I can imagine.
Absolutely.
Now, when you meet artists from Nashville, do they ever say that they want to expand and come to Toronto? Do you ever get
Oh
the
well, yeah,
opposite or no?
that's always the end goal. You know,
Yeah,
always the
international,
end
I guess.
goal
Yeah,
for
Yeah.
these
I can see
bands
that.
is to get out of Nashville. You know, an end goal for any band is to get out of the area that they play, that they live.
Yeah, that's
in,
true.
Very
That's
true.
true. And I
You
feel like
know?
Nashville's a very concentrated area. I feel like there's so many bands with the same objective. I feel like it's hard to really break through there, right? I mean, anywhere it is, even for us here in Toronto. I mean, the music scene is great, but it's tough here. I can only imagine in a place that's
Right.
so got a bottleneck like Nashville is.
I have a connection that I'm not going to say his name on the air, but I'm going to send you this connection I have. He
Okay.
is the
Awesome.
president of Asylum Radio
Oh, okay.
out
Oh,
in
nice.
Nashville, and
Right,
he
right.
is amazing.
Cool.
I don't want to say his name because I don't want to,
Yeah.
we're buds, so it's like,
You don't
Nice.
want to throw him under the bus.
yeah, and I'm not
and have
going
these
to
poor
throw him
Toronto
under
boys
the bus,
busting his
but
balls.
this, I'll
in
just tell you,
PMs.
a little bit about this guy. He is
Cool.
the pulse of Nashville rock scene.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Okay, so he knows what's going on right
Yeah.
now. There's bands that you should really kind of check out that are from Nashville. One is Blackwood.
Blackwood.
They are one of the hottest bands right now in Nashville. Also, Lost Circus is another
Okay.
band that you should
Right,
check
right.
out. And then I'll give
For
you a
sure.
third one, Valkyrie's Fire. These are
Okay,
three of
okay.
the hottest bands in Nashville right now.
Now, how do they what stylistically are they how do they compare to us? Are they similar to something that
Well,
we do?
I mean,
or are
they're
they a little
rock
more-
bands. They're rock
Right.
bands. Valkyrie's Fire is more symphonic rock, as they're calling
Oh.
it right now. But Blackwood is straight rock and roll. Lost Circus,
Cool,
straight
cool.
rock and roll.
Love that.
These are bands that you should really check out. Because like
Absolutely.
I said, they're on the pulse right now. But I'll send you this gentleman's
You think this gentleman would like our band?
yes, absolutely. Are you kidding? Are you
Okay.
kidding me?
Sounds
But
like a great dude. Sounds like a great guy.
I'll send you his info and you two can maybe connect.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That would be lovely. Thank you.
Yeah, because he is always a great connection to have in Nashville.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
He is amazing. He has a great radio network, Asylum Radio. So definitely check them out as well.
Right on.
For sure.
But, the goal for your band is definitely to get you to the States, for sure.
Yeah. Well, they say that's where the money is.
Yeah, I mean,
So that's what
okay,
we-
here, let's talk about this for a second. Okay, if you're in a club, how do the clubs work out there? Is it a pay to play or is it an actual event?
Usually it's an actual event.
Yeah.
You got the room for the night.
Usually, like a promoter, like puts you on, and they kind of
Okay.
front. I mean, it depends. It's really all about connections. to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
If you know promoters, you know the club owner.
Yeah.
They'll put you on. They trust. You got to kind of earn your stripes and
Yeah.
show them that you'll sell
Yeah,
tickets,
'cause
kind of
the-
thing.
Yeah.
Because the rock scene is kind of going through a resurgence. A lot of these club owners are starting to wake up and smell the coffee because they need to give bands that have original music a chance.
Yeah. Throw the
especially-
bone.
Yeah, especially here in Vegas, we have a lot of tribute bands and we have
No, I can
more
imagine.
cover bands than probably
Yeah,
any
yeah.
city I've been to. And so does Nashville. They have their
Yeah.
cover bands as well. But I know those pay the bills, but the real rocker wants original music.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it is in those touristy places, though. Nashville,
Yeah,
Vegas, like they want
exactly.
people want to hear stuff that that
The-
they've heard
The
already.
But
Rat Pack.
remember
Shit.
those places I was kind of telling you about are on the outskirts
Exactly.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
of Nashville. We're not
They're not
talking
on-
downtown,
Broadway. Yeah.
on Music Row there. No.
Yeah.
These
No,
are
no.
clubs in the burbs.
Nice.
We've been to Music Row, I guess, Broadway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've only
Like I
seen like
said,
the touristy spots.
the cover bands are kind of, taking up those spaces. But you
Yes,
want to go
absolutely.
off the beaten path. Like the
Yeah,
Basement East is kind of it's like right around the corner from downtown Nashville. And
Yeah.
it's kind of a hidden gem.
Very cool.
So anyway,
cool.
but
Well-
you'll talk to my friend here, and maybe you can get some ideas, brainstorm.
Yeah. We'll definitely get connected with him and see what he has to say.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
That
for
would be
that.
Yeah,
really
and
nice.
definitely
Yeah,
check
thank
out those bands: Blackwood, Valkyrie's Fire, Lost Circus.
Well, what we'll do is just to make sure we don't forget, we'll send you a message when we're done, and you can send us the names so we've got them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we don't
I'll
forget.
send you the links. But
Awesome.
rock and roll, like, what inspires you guys?
To play rock and roll.
Well,
Like,
just
you
like
mean,
what music inspires you? What artists really inspire
Oh, wow.
you?
Well, I mean,
I think the biggest one is pretty obvious. It's Van Halen's our favorite.
yeah.
Our
I guess
favorite
collectively, yeah.
kinda
It's like the
saw
Venn
that.
diagram.
Yeah.
It's like if you had like those Venn diagrams where you have
Yeah.
like the circles and then like where the circles meet in the middle. I
Uh-huh.
feel like everybody has their little kind of the group of favorite
Yeah,
bands.
and in the middle is big Van Halen.
That is the
Yeah.
VH logo, yeah.
Yeah, you guys
but,
kind of have that vibe. You do
Yeah.
have
Thank you.
that
Yeah,
vibe.
thank you. We get that a lot, and we do.
Black Crow, like the usuals.
Black Crowes,
Black
yeah.
Crows.
I
for
love
sure.
the Stones. We love Oasis. We
Yeah.
love the Beatles. But we kind of veer off. Everybody, like I said, the very Venn diagram where we have like our core favorite rock and roll bands, and then individually we kind of branch out and listen to, whatever based on the individual. We can listen to some pretty out there type sort of stuff. But I mean, fundamentally, I think fundamentally our biggest inspiration or quality, at least for making the music we do, is usually something high energy. Like, we get a kick out of playing things with a lot of energy. That's why a lot of our shows, a lot of our songs are very high energy. A band like Van Halen is very high energy, and we find that's the way we maybe express ourselves the best, or at least enjoy ourselves the most, whether it's recording a song or playing live. So anything with that kind of vibe really is sort of what inspires us. We're not going to hear like, although we do listen to ballady type stuff, but we'll never be like, we should make something like this, something moody, man, and melancholic, dude. No, it's usually like, dude, something like this with this kind of intro that goes into this. We're really inspired by like getting people fired up and firing ourselves up at the same time. So that's, I feel like, what inspires us.
And it really seems like you guys have a great fan base there.
Yeah, people seem to have nothing better to do a lot of the times. Because they keep coming out and they wear the shirts and they have the foam fingers, and it's nice to see. It's very not humbling. What's the term I'm looking for? Very heartwarming. I guess, it's nice to see people care. And then, like as of recently, the last couple times we played, like there have been people singing along, and it's like, do you know what that means? Like, that lyric means? But they love it, and then I guess they don't care what it means. They're there because the spirit excites them, and that's what it's all about.
Listen, that's what 2026 is all about: is getting the fans involved, staying current on social media. That's really important.
I mean, I think that's the only way to stay current now is social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I follow artists like that posts like 5-6 times a day on TikTok, just steady pumping out stuff just to
I mean, that's great. A little aggressive, but it's good.
So maybe not 5-6. Maybe that was a bit of an exaggeration, but
I know what
I
you're
mean.
saying.
It's the only way to kind of keep up, right? Like, Greta Van Fleet is an example. I saw their socials today. I mean, they kind of disappeared for the last little while, man. I'd say a couple of years almost. And as of recently, that's all I'm seeing is like they're teasing this song and they're doing all these silly videos. And I guess they want to come back and they want to keep, get the word out there that they have a new song. So to keep current, they have to just, keep hitting the social media.
Yeah, you have to stay in the game. You have to be consistent.
Unfortunately, it's just the way it is now. And like, guys like us, we're very stubborn and very like, nah, man, we don't need that shit, whatever. It's like we've come to realize like, no, like not only do we need it, but it's like it's almost detrimental.
Yeah.
If you're not on, like, there's bands out there that are like, you can get a band like a solid, let's say 8 out of 10 rock band who doesn't care about the socials. They just want to do shows and whatever. But then you get a band not so good, but they're all over the socials. They'll pull more people out to their shows. They'll get more streams, and they're more likely to get picked up for tours and be put on things because they look more legitimate because they have more numbers.
Yeah, it seems like social media is more important than the actual music these days, which is, I guess, a blessing and a curse. Like you don't have to be as good of a musician to
make it in music, but you can be a good like marketer. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I see artists all the time on social media. It's like a silly cliche video, like something as stupid as like band rehearsal starts at 7:30. What time do these guys show up at? And it's just a stupid video, but it gets views, man. People are, it's entertainment at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Double as a content creator these days if you're a musician.
Yeah. I think if you're really anything, but we notice it more with musicians because that's kind of the world we're in.
And the whole thing of it is, if your band isn't into social media, you're dead in the water.
Yeah,
now
it's true.
There's no turning back.
No, there's no starting. There's not even turning back. There's no starting.
Right. You're not getting promoters or managers in the John signing you to a 5-record deal in the John at the Whiskey. That shit ain't happening anymore, folks.
No. Yeah, but it used to happen. It used to happen. But
not anymore,
it's just nobody.
Though.
Yeah, because nobody. I think the record labels and stuff. I don't think there's enough money involved to take the risk that they used to take and sign guys like off the wall, I saw a cool interview with Noel Gallagher from Oasis, and he goes, the world didn't know they wanted Hendrix. People didn't know they wanted these guys, but the label took a chance. And this guy's wild to sign this guy, and then he blew the world apart, right? I mean, and that was, a band like Oasis, they got signed, getting thrown on a bill last minute. They showed up to a show that they weren't on the bill for, and they basically said, listen, we came all this way, throw us on the fucking bill, and whatever. The guy's like, okay, you get half hour when doors open. Just so happened that a record label, CEO or some guy missed his train, popped in for a beer, saw them. Do you want a record deal? And now they're massive. You know what I mean? Yeah, that'll never happen again.
That
doesn't happen anymore.
History right there.
Absolutely. That little moment there, it changed. You almost say in a way it changed culture. Like the culture in the UK is like there's so many subcultures that are just based around Oasis and that genre of music. It's crazy, and that I just. Maybe it happens now, but not in that way where, where you get signed and then you get thrown over the radio and this.
Right. There's a lot more to Canadian music, rock music, than people think. And, a lot of people make fun of Nickelback. But let me tell you something. 4 million records, more than that. Okay?
Yeah.
They were the biggest band in the world at one point.
Bands can't be wrong. Okay.
No.
Exactly.
Well, even like a band like the Tragically Hip, sure they're all over the radio in Canada, and that's one thing. But I'm sure anybody that even doesn't listen to the radio, well, I mean, you find do you know the Tragically Hip, by the way?
Yes, I've definitely heard of them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're massive in Canada. They're always on the radio in Canada. And I think every Canadian, even if you don't love the band, you like a couple songs from the band. And when they did their final concert in Kingston, right, the singer Gord Downie had terminal brain cancer and he was dying. So they did their final tour. And our Prime Minister at the time, Justin Trudeau, said, he goes, something I like about the fact that they didn't break through to the States, because now I can say we kind of have them all to ourselves.
Right.
To ourselves, you know what I mean? And, it's just an example about how, a band that has all these fans in one country that just can't break into the What was a question? What were we talking about?
The U.S. market.
The U.S. market, but yeah, there's bands that get massive in Canada that don't,
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
But they're so great that, you know, had they been given the opportunity to kind of get the exposure that they did here in the States or elsewhere, I'm sure they would have been just as big there, if not bigger.
Well, they
Oh,
were on
yeah.
SNL, which was pretty big.
That's
but-
big. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
on SNL. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
actually,
crazy.
there's a
It's
story.
crazy
There's a
how
funny story
things
behind
go.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Right. But they never really broke the market. They never did any big like American tours. It was always just big in Canada. And you know what? You know, I've got an American family and American friends, and they don't know the tragedy hip is. And to us, it's just so in our culture, like the hip.
Right.
Like it's you know, it's cool to have bands for ourselves. But if you're one of them, I'm sure you would probably like to, you know, play some big gigs in Nashville or Vegas or
Right.
wherever.
Exactly. But you know,
Or headline
you guys,
Red Rocks.
yeah, Colorado, it's an amazing place. But,
Yeah.
You guys are in the right pocket. You guys are
Mhm.
doing everything that you need to do to keep your name out there, and that's important.
Well, I mean, it's like like you know, like we were saying before, like you know, you're if you don't, you're kind of how did you word it? You worded it pretty well. You said you might as well turn her back and go home. Would you say
Dead in the water.
dead in the water
Yeah.
type thing? Yeah. So I mean, you have to, because if we don't kind of consistently push our music and play the shows and post on the socials, it's like, well, then people are just gonna
Forget about you.
move on and find another band. Like, all right, well, these guys are more entertaining than you, and like, fuck you. You know what I mean? And they'll move on from
Right.
you. As harsh as that is, people don't care. People don't care enough to like wait around for 6 months for you to post something. And they're like, oh yeah, these guys. What happened to these guys?
That's what the show is all about, is to get you in front of viewers that you would never, you know what I'm saying, have
Yeah.
a chance to connect with.
Well,
So before I
that's
let
always
you go, we're going to do a follow-up interview too later in the year.
all right, cool.
So maybe we can get some of the other band on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Someone like, you mean the rest of the band? You
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
I don't think you want that.
Well, anyway, I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys again. But why don't you tell the viewers all your socials and where they can find out more about the Lemon Pistols?
Okay, well, that's easy. Instagram, TikTok. We're really pushing on TikTok. Again, we're all over the streaming platform. So if you've got Apple Music or you have Google Music or Spotify,
Yeah.
The Lemon, sorry, that's the biggest one. That's the one I shouldn't have forgotten. The Lemon Pistols. That's our tag on everything. The Lemon Pistols. You go on TikTok, type in the Lemon Pistols. Go on Instagram, type in the Lemon Pistols. And listen, if you like rock and roll and you like rocking tunes and you like having a good time, which I know we all do, I'm telling you, and I'm not just saying that, I'm not being biased. It is, you know, it is kind of where it's at.
And you guys are bringing it.
Yeah, but that's the plan. That's the goal. The goal is to bring it like any good rock and roll ever was. It was in your face, and either you liked it or you ran from it. But we're hoping you like it. And if you don't, well, then see you later.
And I know I like it, so that's all that counts, people.
That's good. Well, hopefully you get to come out to a show. It'd be great to have you out to a show sometime.
Yes,
if you're ever
absolutely.
in Toronto or if we're ever in your neck of the woods, if we're ever in Vegas, you will know about it and you can come out, and it would be nice to finally meet you in person, and maybe we could do a live interview in person, which would be a lot of fun.
Absolutely. That would be amazing.
That would be a lot of fun.
Really
Yeah.
great. You guys are awesome. What?
I was going to say, but the only like stipulation to that it would have to be in front of that backdrop, or I'm not doing it.
Well, I'd have to do something. I'd have to bring my laptop. We could probably make that happen.
We'll figure, when there's a will, there's a way. We'll figure something out.
But you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for coming on.
No problem. It was our pleasure. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, and I wish you guys the best, and we'll keep in touch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send you the info that you need to get in touch with Asylum Radio.
Awesome.
That would be great. That would be very nice. Thank you so much.
Could probably get your music on there.
That would be great. That would be great for us. And
that would be awesome.
Yeah. Well,
I've got one other connection because I'm also on the Badass Radio Network.
Right on.
This turns into a podcast on Monday nights at 7:00. So, Evan, Thomas, I'm going to send you his info too, and we can get that music on his network as well.
Cool.
Awesome.
Does he do like? Is there a way we can get on the podcast, like through like
Yeah.
through the call or something?
I'll connect you. I'll connect you with him.
Awesome.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. Very generous of you. We really do appreciate that.
Yeah, and we'll talk soon. So definitely keep in touch.
We would love
We
that.
will, for sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank
it was
you,
really nice talking to
guys.
you.
And we'll talk to you
Okay.
soon.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
The Lemon Pistols. This is a band that's really out there. That's what I tell all these younger bands out here that I'm interviewing every week. Keep consistent. That's one of the keys to success. This is On the Rocks. Definitely like and subscribe to On the Rocks because you never know who I'll be interviewing next.